Morning everyone. So this morning's workout for you is another cardio focused workout. So how this one's going to work this morning is you've got your three options again as normal, your Sizzler, Flaming and your Torched. Now what's going to happen is you've got an AMRAP. So that basically means as many rounds of each exercise as possible as you can in the time that we've set you. So for Sizzlers you've got 6-minute AMRAPs. Flaming you've got 8-minute AMRAPs, and Torched you guys have got 10-minute AMRAPs. So obviously the time has been increased the harder you get. So as well as the time being longer, you will also have a different amount of reps. So the Sizzlers you've got between, well, all the exercises differ. So between 10 and 20 on that first set of exercises, just for an example. Then with the Flaming, because obviously you're going for an extra 2 minutes, your reps have then increased 15 to 25. And then the Torched, because you've then got even longer time, your reps have increased again as well. So reps have increased, time's increased, but the idea across all three sections is that you do as many of the 4 exercises in each block within that time frame, so as many times as you can. All right, so once you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, you'll go back to 1, 2, 3, 4 until that 6, 8 or 10 minutes is finished. All right, okay, here's your exercises.
So block 1, we have for the Sizzlers, glute bridges, air squats, pulse squats and lunges. The only changes that are happening really between Flaming and Torched is your air squats become jump squats, and that's it, and then obviously the rep changes. So with the glute bridges, they're the ones where you're laying down on the floor, feet by your bum, pushing your bum up and down towards the ceiling. So you go up for 1, 2, and then so forth. You'll hopefully do them a bit quicker than Charlie is. Then you'll be up on your feet for your air squats. Okay, so they're the ones, feet apart, sit yourself down, standing up. Then if you are Flaming or Torched, you're going into jump squats. So there, your feet just leave the floor. And then you're going into pulse squats. So then again, back into that squat position. This time you go all the way to the bottom of your squat, then pulse up and down between the bottom and halfway. Then you have lunges. So depending on your space, you can either go forwards with your lunges or backwards. So if you go forwards, then that leg steps forwards. If you go backwards, the leg will step backwards. Okay, so just take note, EL is each leg. So you'll do 8 each leg, 10 each leg, or 12 each leg. Once you've done your 6 minutes, you're then moving into section B.
All right, so section B, so section B is basically upper body base. So if you've noticed, the first section is a lot of legs. So the second section, again, the exercises are pretty much the same across. It just depends on the slight variation. So exercise 1 is plank shoulder taps. So Jake's going to show you straight arm plank. Make sure your hands are under the shoulders. Then you're going to tap the opposite shoulder with the opposite hand. Okay, if you need to slightly modify that, you can just place the knees on the floor and just repeat the same movement. So opposite hand, opposite, just on your knees. All right, so that's a little option there if you need it. Then exercise 2 is push-ups. So again, you've got kneeling push-ups if you want to for Sizzlers. So on the knees, elbows, try and tuck them in as much as you can. That's it. And then you'll press the chest down towards the floor, so hands will go just outside the shoulders. Then obviously if you want to increase that, make it a little bit harder as you go across the sections, just pop up on your feet, knees off the floor. Same movement, chest towards the floor. All right, so that's number 2. Then number 3, you've got pulse push-ups, okay? So with this one, again, knees or feet, depending on where you're at. So what you're going to do is you're going to pop yourself to the bottom of your push-up. When you get to the bottom of the push-up, you're going to pulse. So you've just got that small pulse movement at the bottom of your push-up. So you're not fully extending the arms and coming fully to the top of that movement, okay? So you'll pulse that out there. Lovely, so you've got 10 if you're doing Sizzlers, 12 if you're Flaming, 16 if you're Torched, okay? And then you're gonna go for either floor dips if you're a Sizzler. So placing your bum on the floor, knees towards the ceiling, you're just gonna lean back into those arms, bend the elbows, keep the elbows tucked in as much as you can, really feel that on the back of the arms. And then if you want to, and you've got a chair lying around or a sofa or something that you can position yourself on to make it a little bit harder, chair dips. So again, bending the elbows, tucking them in, straight legs if you want to make it even harder. Drop down and up. Just keep yourself nice and close to that chair. All right, okay, so that is your section B.
Then you have section C, so your last AMRAP that you've got. So differences being, Sizzlers, you guys start off with twisting crunches. Flaming and Torch, you have a single leg V up. Okay, so then from all there, other than the last exercise, they're all the same. So twisting crunches, laying down on your back. Then from there, as you crunch your upper body off, you're twisting towards the opposite knee that you drag towards your elbow. So you don't necessarily have to touch, but if you do, then great. Then you kind of know that's done. Okay, so that's going to be 10 each side. Okay, so you end up probably doing 20 total. Then from there, you have flutters. So stay laying down on your back. Legs are going to straighten out. And all you're going to do is then just flutter the legs up and down. Okay, and every time the leg goes up and down, that's 1. So you'll count left leg for 1, right leg for 2. All right, so you end up doing 15 each leg. Then you have reach arounds. So pop yourself up, palms up towards the ceiling, and then you're just trying to tap your heels, alternating. Okay, so see how Charlie's keeping herself crunched up. She's not laying on the floor and just sliding. Wouldn't be very nice on carpet.
Carpet, no.
So, but it's much easier on a laminate surface if you're on that. So every time you touch a heel, that counts for 1. So you'll be touching each heel 10 times each. And then from there, Sizzlers, you have standard crunches. So laying down on your back, just crunching shoulder blades off the floor and then back down for 1. And then Flaming and Torch, you have something slightly different. You have plank up down. So you'll be popping yourself into a plank position on your elbows to start, or your hands, it's up to you. And then from there, you're going to push up into a press up position, then back down for 1 and 2. And then you'll complete that for your reps and for the time stated. That'll be everything. So that'll be 3 rounds of 6, 6, 6 or 8, 8, 8 or 10, 10, 10 minutes. Enjoy it. Let us know how you go.